Lakeshore disposal service was on fire last night in Stevenson. The fire department got there around 10 o'clock last night. Flames were engulfing the building. Lakeshore disposal service was on fire. They believe it started at the trucking dock where the sticks where they dump the garbage. It took them all night and all day to put the fire out. The fire officials say that they called the Chicago Fire Department from downtown to bring a water pumper because the fire was so bad. They had to turn garbage trucks away this morning and all the employees went home. Lakeshore disposal service was on fire last night. It had burned all day and all night. The fire was escalated to a 5 alarm. The different stations in Stevenson. Lakeshore disposal service was on fire yesterday in Stevenson. Lakeshore disposal service was on fire in Stevenson.
Away from the actual fire. That's because police won't let us any closer, and that includes the more than 100 employees that actually work at this site and who are desperately trying to find out just how bad the damage really is. This morning, Stephen Schmeiding pulled up to the yard in the 6100 block of Canal Bank at 5:30 like he does every morning, but this time he was greeted by smoke.
I think it was in the back where they chip wood and sort the garbage, so God only knows, and with the heat and everything we had, I think that's a possibility. It was the wood maybe.
Forest View's fire chief tells us the fire broke out around 10:30 last night at the Lakeshore recycling plant. An employee called about a massive rubbish fire, and a scarcity of water in the area presented a serious challenge.
There's only one hydrant down in this area. The next one's basically almost a mile away. So water is a huge issue. And the water we do have is of limited quantity, which is why we called Chicago to help with their boat that can supply a lot more water than we are through our hydrants over here.
The thick smoke was visible from the Stevenson this morning. Fortunately, the wind pushed it towards the canal and away from drivers on the crowded expressway. Meanwhile, a steady stream of workers have been turned away from their jobs all morning long.
So there's 6 different companies down there, block companies down there, the scrap yards down there. There's a couple of little trucking companies. So, yeah, there's a lot of people work down. And Lakeshore has a lot of employees. Okay. So they work around the clock.
Employees have not been allowed to survey the damages yet. Anxious and tired, most are turning back for home.
We're going to go home now. I guess we'll find something else to do and give it a try again tomorrow.
Fortunately, no one was injured. Firefighters will likely be putting out hot spots for the rest of the afternoon.
Firefighters will be putting out hot spots the rest of the afternoon at the Lakeshore facility, recycling facility. It was burning. It's burning. The flames burn up at the Lakeshore facility. At the Lakeshore facility, where they believe it started last night at 10:30. The guy John showed up this morning and saw smoke at the back of the Riverview building. He called the fire department for the structure fire. Called them for the structure fire, and they came out. The fire department was on the way. At the Lakeshore facility on fire.